everybody, welcome once again to the Brony Show. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community for this week, or at least a little bit of catch up here. I am Circuit Main, but I am not here by myself. I am joined by a wonderful group of panelists here to also bring you the Brony community. Also, for this week, we are joined by Deathlight Productions,
Uh,
DM21,
we're all tired.
Tech,
Hey,
Toakoi,
oh,
and of course from the Otaku Ascended, we have Suki.
You know what? I was just gonna do something stupid and say goodbye, but nah.
And I'm also joined by a wonderful guava IPA that I picked up from a brewery because I went on convention this last weekend. Unlike the norm, this was not a Brony convention. No, I went to a full-on furry convention, and I will be talking a little bit about that later. Mostly because some people pulled a few things out of me, and I guess I might as well address the elephants. No, it's not a literal elephant, but definitely address a few things. But before we get into that, of course, it is normally a good time for us to warm up our vocal cords, talk a little bit about ourselves, and get ourselves all nice, relaxed, all loosey-goosey, ready to just enjoy the time. And what better way than a nice old delicious double heaping side of wub. So I would like to ask all of you, as we do every week, what's up, bronies?
let's see. I'm on day 3 of a 10-day workload. So that's kind of rough. Although today was truck day, but not a heavy truck day, because on Thursday I had so much product they was stacked in at least 2 or 3 different places. Thank God.
I do have to ask though, if it's a 10-day workload, that's kind of unusual for fast food, isn't it? Or is there something going on there?
Oh, the maintenance on the weekends normally and service on the 2 days for truck.
Mm-hmm.
But the other dude that does maintenance is off, so I'm basically running all the maintenance until he gets back.
So it's less that there's something going on with the difference of the place, but more that you have to pick up extra work.
Yep, and I can get this payout right at Everfree.
Yeah. In all honesty, having a good chunk of change for Everfree would definitely be a good thing. I can feel that right now because I'm probably going to have to do a lot of belt tightening. Because I went a little for not frivolous spending. Everything I bought I wanted, but dang it, I did if I bought it with a little much. But I'll get into
You
that
went
a little
crazy,
later.
but you went crazy for a good reason.
I went crazy for my reasons, which are good enough for me. But I did enjoy it regardless. You know what? I'm gonna get to I'll have to get to Miraculous a little bit later too, because oh boy, I got a little bit to go on with that too. But I'll get into that. No, seriously, it's kind of funny.
Madness.
Yeah, you could say that. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything I have. Well, I do have one thing actually. This was something I was hoping that I could recover. But at the moment, so some of you might be aware that I was working on a kiwi mead. And previously, I mentioned that there was an unfortunate incident where when I checked the mead in order to go ahead and siphon it off into a growler to settle, I noticed that there was an unfortunate, there was mold. I think it was on the orange parts of the meat. I actually put in some sliced orange just to try to add a little bit of a tangy flavor to it. And unfortunately, that might have actually caused the problem. But there was also the fact that the air chamber failed, so it was not as airtight as I was hoping. Now, now before I went on my trip for the weekend, I did try testing out the mead. I actually took a siphon to pull a little bit of the mead out and put it in a taster cup. Now, I'm not going to say it wasn't good at all. It was actually quite bitter. It was quite bad. But I'm wondering if the way I was tasting it wasn't that it was bad in the way that the mold unfortunately affected it. I'm wondering if it ended up becoming extremely dry. So I am going to use this opportunity to see if I can still revive it by way of back sweetening, which is not something that I normally do with my meats. So I'm doing a lot of different experimentation with my mead, though granted, after this next batch is done, I'm probably going to go back to the recipe book, as it were, and start redo my processes a little bit and recheck things. Try learning a little bit more, because I think I might have skipped steps, or I might be forgetting things I should be doing. And basically, I'm going back to basics to recheck how I'm doing things in order to improve. So that's currently what's up, Brony, going on with me in that regard. Other than that, I'm just basically getting back into recovery mode and getting myself charged up and ready. Oh God, I just realized I have to try to fix my suitcase, because unfortunately it sustained damage. The suitcase sustained some damage. I think I actually took a picture of it back at HarmonyCon. It's got a nice little crack next to one of the wheels.
Oh yeah, I pointed that out to you, I think, or you noticed it.
I noticed it because I didn't know it was there until I got home. But yeah, it had a nice little crack at the wheel. I was able to use it for this weekend, but I didn't have to take it to an airport, so that was probably a good reason, okay reason. So I probably will end up using this weekend to see about... I'm going to try doing something completely crazy. I'm going to try Gorilla Gluing it back together to seal it up, and then taping it, and see if...
I would suggest Gorilla Tape if you're doing that.
Well, of course I'm going to use Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Glue and Gorilla Tape. I mean, you basically have to... Or at least a really strong duct tape or something.
Well, you know what I'm getting at with that.
Yeah. No, I'm going to use Scotch tape, man. I'm going to use Scotch tape.
No, not the Scotch!
Of course the Scotch tape, man. I'm going to find some of that 5 for $1 store Scotch tape that you use for Christmas gifts. Have you ever used that tape, actually? That tape is nuts. Because the moment you actually try to unwrap something with that tape, you cannot get it off to save your life. That stuff is nuts. That's probably stronger than the strongest duct tape I have ever seen in my life. And it's just a little bit of plastic. Okay, but seriously.
Well, if it's 3M, we know why.
Painter's tape. Painter's tape would be funny, but I'm not that stupid.
Yeah,
are you talking in all seriousness, Zakai? Are we talking seriousness? I mean, Painter's tape is interesting. It's done some really good for me. I just don't see it holding a freaking suitcase together. That's probably going to be holding a lot of pounds worth of meat, and then it's going to hold a lot of pounds worth of books on the way home.
Have you heard of alien tape?
Nope, that's a new one on me.
I've heard of T-Rex tape.
From what I've heard, from what I heard from my sister, it's pretty good. Very good, strong tape.
Well, I'll definitely look into it, but I'm probably going to see if I can find some like Gorilla Glue duct tape situation and kind of go with that. But I am going to actually going to Gorilla Glue the crack in general first. And I'm not talking like a quick cement situation. I'm talking about the original Gorilla Glue, where you put that sucker on, you make sure the pieces are together, and then you spray it with water, and it expands and holds.
I was about to say the foaming variety that is extremely hard to get off once it's on.
Yes, because if I cannot get the suitcase back in repairable condition, I cannot use it anymore.
Just do what I do. Just give it a good scuff and fiberglass it.
If I, honestly,
Unfortunately, we don't have a fiberglass machine now, do we?
What do you mean fiberglass? You don't need fiberglass. You just use resin and a fiberglass sheet.
Honestly, if I could, I might. I would do anything I can to restore this because I do not want to see what the prices of hard shell luggage is like. It's probably not pretty, and I want to save money.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll see what I am gonna see what I can do over the weekend. If I can't, I will have to accept facts because I'd rather buy. As much as I'd hate to spend the money, I'd rather buy a workable, fully fixed, hard shell suitcase than either try using a damaged one or worse, using a full fabric one with bottles of mead.
No, don't do that. Trust me, I've been through that.
I don't need to trust you. I know it.
I have had to deal with this situation beforehand, and apparently CMC also dealt with it because of multiple times. Macy's is a good option, or the one right across from the convention.
Yeah, no. I want to be. I mean, Macy's is an option, but I can go to my local Macy's. And if I'm in a situation where I break this thing because when I take it to Everfree, I did not do my diligence properly.
I understand, but I'm just giving you.
Yeah, I know there are options on site if things get that bad. I'd rather it don't. I will avoid that at all human cost. But at least I know it's an option. So if I end up in a worst case scenario, I'm not in an end game scenario. I'm not completely screwed. Anyway, so that is a little bit of wub going on with me. Anybody else have any other wubs going on with them?
I haven't been doing too much.
Has the heat at least been lessened for you?
Well, yeah,
No.
but that's because of all the fires. So we got all this smog that's blocking the heat.
Kind of funny how that works.
So you
isn't
can't
it?
breathe.
Yeah. We can't breathe, but at least we're not dying of heat stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always put coverings on your face to deal with the smoke.
I'm not getting into that one.
Yeah, no. Been just building that trailer for the enclosed trailer that I'm making.
Right. Let's see. I think we
It
threw
looks
a picture.
amazing, dude.
Yeah, you did throw a picture up here yesterday, in fact.
Yeah.
Let's get that up here. There we go.
Got all the ribs in, just doing the boxing around it now, which is going to be all C-channel. And then after that, I'm going to be grabbing some plywood and then just wrapping it in fiberglass, basically, to make it weatherproof.
Nice.
Before you fully do that, are you going to sandblast the rust, or are you just going to paint over it?
I'm going to be really lazy and paint over it all and let it just rot out from under me.
I can't tell if you're being serious or sarcastic.
Why not both?
I'm going to wire wheel it and rust converter it, and then afterwards I'm going to be bed lining the whole thing.
All right. So it sounds like you're
That
doing
is smart.
Okay.
So yes, the skeleton's almost done, but the meat's not even there yet.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, just a quick thing here. I just almost turned off my VPN, which would have really wrecked the havoc on the stream if I did.
oh yeah, that would have been bad.
Sorry.
Oh.
Just something that I went into automation mode for a second there. That was weird. Anyway, yeah.
What's really gonna suck is I'm planning on putting a bunch of sheet metal in at the bottom so I can insulate the floor.
Mhm.
And that's gonna suck because it's gonna be a lot of just kind of tacking and stitch welding to do that.
How about wiring for the signalist? I think you can get the frame on there before you have to even worry about the wiring on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to be really lazy even and grab myself like a 100-foot long extension cord. And when I'm building up the frame for the enclosed trailer, I'll just run the lights through the same wiring I'm going to be using for the internal Just have it all go through like one wiring loom. I don't give a fuck.
Why not? I mean, if it works, you can't complain, right? Well, I mean, it's pointless to complain if it works.
Yeah. And I could run the wiring like for the trailer lights and stuff through the metal frame, but then I'd also have to have my running lights and stuff like that for the night, and that's supposed to be like supposed to have lights along the sides as well as the roof, so people know the dimensions of your trailer when you're going by them, or when they're going by you, probably more likely.
Alright, well, there's another look into the amazing automotive world of Deathlight, which honestly impresses the crap out of me because I could never do this at the moment.
And yeah, like I was kind of joking about fiberglass, but this is gonna be basically all just like wood insulation of fiberglass. That's all it is.
Perfect for transport.
And it's gonna be actually better built than a lot of commercial enclosed trailers.
That unfortunately is a little bit too true for words.
Because I'm building this thing like a house, not like a trailer. That's why there's so many ribs and stuff in it.
Ah, okay. Dang, you're just going all out. I like it.
Well, when you think I'm gonna be putting all my tools in there, as well as a generator and a giant air compressor.
Okay, yeah, no, you want to go all out then. That would just be bad.
Like, honestly, with it sitting right now, it should be strong enough for me to load my Explorer on it actually, and just drive around with my Explorer sitting on it. Just with the reinforcement I did to the trailer frame.
Oh, nice. Granted, you're far from done, so yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing that anytime soon.
Yeah. I was thinking about, like, trying to get myself out of enough room in there to put my MG in there, which is just a little tiny sports car. But I'm like, it's going to be really tight, and when I have all my tools in there, I don't think it's going to fit.
Alright, so anybody else have any other wubs they want to throw out there before we go ahead and get on to what news we do have and slowly cobble together what news we can?
Well, my cat passed last week. One of them.
Wasn't? Just to ask, because it honestly has me a little bit curious here. Isn't this like the second pet in the last few weeks? Or am I losing time?
No, I think you're thinking about last year.
Was it? No, it couldn't have been. You know what? At this rate,
I lost a cat in the summer last year, and I lost another one this year because of bad heart murmur.
Maybe I might be thinking of somebody else. A lot of unfortunate pets have been passing away recently. It's messed up, really.
My cat went a few months ago, so that might
maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
but in either case, that shouldn't diminish that at all. I am so sorry, man.
It's all right. He was at least 15 years old, so it's one of those things.
The shame is that my guy was only 1 year old.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't diminish anybody's pain, and neither of those should have happened. And yeah, that's just sucky all around.
It's one of those things of it sometimes happens. It's the timeline thing. I think that's the issue of like. Yeah, I think it's.
Well,
I'm trying to explain too much.
No, I get where you're going. But yeah, I'm just.
I have two other little guys left, and they are so sweet.
Aww.
I hope for the best for them, and hopefully they'll live a lot longer than their.
I hope so too.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else want to throw a wub out there while we're at it? Let's see. No. Okay, I'd say we'll go ahead and get into news here. We're going to start off with convention news because I always have that auto-linked, so we can get that started here real fast. Now, along with the convention I was at, we did also have Dreamland Con that was over in Tianjin, China, and also the Kongjing Brony Festival over in Kongjing, China. And I believe that next week, this Friday, that will be the Shenzhen Brony Party. And I believe that is it in regards to the Chinese Brony conventions, or at least a giant block of them that were going to be happening throughout the summer. Then after that, we do have the rave for the House of Bells, which Emma recently did did produce a full-on release list of who is going to be playing and when. And yeah, if you had any question about how this was going to go, it's going to go for a long time.
Also, the Tiltify is already up and running if you want to donate.
Now, I'll get to that in just a moment here. Now, I just want to double check because last time I misread the time frames here, and I'm just like, oh my god, they're going on for 24 hours for 3 days. How insane is that? But no. Although, am I actually, hold on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2. Okay, yeah, no, okay, yeah. There are going to be breaks. You are going to have it looks like that it is between 12 hours. So starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Determination Time, or whatever EDT stands for. It's Eastern, I'm pretty sure of that much. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. They start from each one from the 14th, 15th, 16th, and they will go all the way on till 2 in the morning. Once again, Eastern Time. And yeah, plenty of musicians: Acid, Applejack, Marzi, Pipe Decay, Emma. Oh well, Emma is right there. You gotta put yourself in there if you're gonna do it, right? Turtles, Heartfang, Darknet. But yeah, you can see them all here. They're all in the post. It is also in our con chat. So yeah, if you are at all interested or curious or anything like that, now you can get a full scope of everything that is going to be happening. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a wild party. Once again, this is going to be happening between the 14th and the 16th. So this is not the end of this week, but the end of next week.
Next week.
And yep, and it's a week before Everfree, which we'll get to that in just a second. And as also mentioned by Toa, before I could finish talking about the schedule, the Tiltify has been released at this point, so you can go ahead and either donate or spread the word, or both. You can do, the whole idea is to raise funds for cancer research. In this case, they are doing research for Blood Cancer United, who is a current global leader of blood cancer treatment and research. Obviously, a very important one. That's your leukemias, your lymphomas, Hodgkin's disease, melanoma. Really, melanoma's a blood cancer thing?
Yep. Because melanin, skin.
Well, yeah, melanin's in the skin. I just didn't expect blood to be part of it. That's what kind of threw me off there. I mean, fair enough. I'm not going to say no. I mean, all cancer is bad cancer. I'm not going to say no to something getting researched and get eradicated.
Also, Chaos Sakai had a birthday recently.
Happy
Yes,
belated birthday,
but we're talking
Chaos.
about cancer. We're talking about cancer. We're not talking about Chaos Sakai. He's not cancer.
I just wanted to point that out.
No, I know. I should get to that, though. Actually, we technically had 2 here, but we'll get to that in just a quick second here. But yes, be sure to spread the word or donate or both or everything. But yes, we do have the rave coming up here, which is it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try to be in it, not in it, but I'm going to enjoy it. Try to have it up on my TVs and streams here while I'm out and about doing things. Give it a listen while I'm going. See if I could donate a little bit too. And along with that, the same weekend, physically, we have Taiwan BronyCon. That's happening over in Taiwan. Then the week after that, of course, as we mentioned before, and we'll mention again, Everfree. And Everfree, some of us are going to be going. We already have confirmed CMC, Rainy, and Toa, and myself are going to be going. I don't know if any more of the Brony crew are going to be going, or if I missed any names of the Brony show team that is going to be popping up over there.
Creature could pop up, but I think that might just be a possible hangout or dealings with you on the back end of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Creature is kind of in an ambivalent situation, so I didn't add him because I didn't want to assume anything bad or worse, good or bad, bad or worse. What the? I didn't want to assume anything of him, and I know he's been busy and his work has been keeping him busy. So, yeah. Hopefully he can. If he can't, though. But anyway,
Oh,
yeah.
he could still drop by for an afternoon, because
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, who knows? But we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna still have fun anyway, and do as much as we can to enjoy Everfree Northwest to the fullest. There's already plans in our Buried Tube group to do a lot of bar crawls, so I am already getting on board with that. Along with that, we do also have the same weekend Sequestria, which is happening in Prague in the Czech Republic. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun there. Next week after that, I know Rainey is going to be going, as well as a friend of mine, Mayor Fair, just over in Orlando, Florida. They're on their 4th year, and I know some people have their objections and anger, but you do got to give them credit for being able to go on for 4 years. That is pretty awesome. So I will hope for the best, and I will hope for good news all around and no major controversies. Because, you know, that would be nice. I'm sure it would be nice for them, too. We also got Wasteland Fest, which is over in Moscow, Russia. Of course, there's a convention a little bit more dedicated to Fallout Equestria, or at least that's the motif they are going with, but it still has some awesome imagery, and it's bronies all together, which is always a cool thing. And finally, in the month to come of conventions, we have Galacon, which is happening at Wablingen, Germany. Wablingen! I'm so sorry, everybody. I am really sorry. But it is happening in Germany, and to my understanding, they already sold out of a lot of their sponsor badges, if not all of them. Which is really amazing. I absolutely love it when a convention can sell out of their big badges like that. That is always such a good, healthy sign to me. Speaking of which, so we are oh right, they don't post on that. Well, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out here real fast. You know what? We're gonna do a little bit of community. Okay, that is not the best one to click on that. You know, okay. You know what? I'll just go ahead. I can't find the direct link here. They posted on their Discord directly, but the Everfree has been putting the word out for people to help and volunteer if they can. Of course, they're looking for photography, social media coordinators, dispatches, line management, charity volunteers, guards. But basically, they have been putting the word out that volunteers would be welcome. Because, you know, sometimes being a volunteer will sometimes helps out the convention. Sometimes you can get some free swag with it. Other fun things like that. I've just been noticing that they've been posting a lot about this, so I figured I might as well go ahead and just put a quick shout out there and let people know, yeah, they are looking for some volunteers for this and that. If you have any desire to maybe help out a convention, or maybe even be part of the staff or even once, just to say you have. I'd say go ahead and check it out. Have fun with that. It's pretty cool there. Oh yeah, little community service out there for Everfree, because I love their convention. I love going to them. Might as well go ahead and put a shout out there. Speaking of conventions that I love to go to, there was also Ponyville Cider Fest. Reason I want to bring that one up, I will have to give them credit. I will give them absolute credit. They took a convention. They took Windy City PonyCon off last year to basically reset things and try to keep up with the schedule with their schedules, because unlike other conventions here, they're not doing it yearly. They're doing 2 conventions a year, 2 different ones, Windy City and Cider Fest, which is impressive.
And there's crossover, of course, but you know, it's sometimes just a core. Here's the Winnie team. Here's the Cider team.
Yep. But they essentially, though, they were at a point where they were basically playing really bad catch up instead of planning ahead, and they decided to reset last year for Winnie City, and it seems like the thing has been working because this weekend, while I was at my other convention, which I will be talking about in a little bit, they basically posted out there that they were starting registration for Ponyville Cider Fest, which means they got it out there 4 months ahead. Actually, just to be very specific, because why not? Let's go ahead and be really stupid specific because it's funny.
November, October, September, August. Yep, 4.
108 days. See, right here, 108 days, right there. Look at that.
Hey, it's the length of the summer vacation.
Oh, I wish a summer vacation was 108 days. Not even Phineas and Ferb had not even Phineas and Ferb had that much of a summer vacation. They had 104 days of summer vacation, and then school came along just to end it. They got 108. They actually did a little bit better. Anyway, still, over 3 months. That is amazing, especially for them. I'm not gonna lie, it's amazing for them. And not only was that amazing, they sold out of every sponsorship they have in 24 minutes.
God
Wow.
damn!
Gone. Changeling Package, gone. Super Sparkle, gone. Alicorn, gone. Celestial, gone. Equestrian Sponsor, $2,700 almost.
Wow.
Gone in 24 minutes.
Damn,
You know, it
brother!
seems like people have money to spare in this economy.
No, these people just love Ciderfest. And I do
mean,
not blame them. I
Target.
love it too, but I do not have that kind of money.
Again, I jokingly agree with a lot of people. This is the drinking con.
No,
Well-
funny, I think so. Actually, I think Everfree is a drinking con. This is the party
Yeah.
con.
And if you think about it, a lot of people only go like one con a year.
True.
So it was like, hey, I'm going to splurge on this one con every
True.
year.
If I only went to one con a year, I probably would have been able to do this kind of crap. But I don't. I'm an idiot that spreads myself out to like 5 or 6 different cons. I'm a moron. But
Hey,
That'd be
I
nice if they had the cons with free hotels for volunteers, but they don't anymore.
they can't.
No,
I
you
can't.
don't.
I don't blame them. They can't. I mean, maybe
That's
if
the
they
only
give you,
reason I was able to get a Brony con at all.
maybe if they gave you a discount on the hotel, that'd be nice.
There is a discount, but also again, it's one of those things of roommates have to help the person saying they'll be the boss.
No, I get it. Yeah, you have to have a full room and everybody has to chip in. I mean, it's still at a discount, but yeah. Anyway, we're getting off track there. So, yeah, at the moment, they still have the spike packages, which I think those are eternal, and that's probably what I'm going to end up buying. I was going to end up buying that anyway, but now it's pretty much a definite thing. But yeah, you got the spike packages and the spirit packages if you can't make it, which is still really nice because you can still get all the cool stuff. Drinkware, pins, lanyards, spirit badges. And of course the standard weekend badges.
After Everfree, I'll probably hop back into the cider just so I'm like, hey, I'm available for volunteering back on main stage because yeah, I definitely felt that was a good thing for me to be.
But yeah, anyway, Ponyville Cider Fest. This is also just a shout out to let people know the badges are on sale if you didn't notice. But that's all that's on sale now. It's just the badges. So yeah, if you wanted a sponsorship, you're already done. However, they haven't done the sales for the things like the bar trots and hopefully the cider tasting if they still have that again this year because that last one was nice.
If they're still using like the top floor, yeah. That was a fun setup to deal with all the changes up there. Yikes.
Anyway, so that just I'm giving the shout out there for that. Still Ponyville Cider Fest. I'm excited. I am still planning on going. Plane tickets are unfortunately still a royal pain for me. But I'm not going to get into that too much. Anyway, so, yep, get the word out there. Now, I believe that is it for the upcoming of the Brony conventions. And before we get into the news, I suppose I shall do some more convention talk with the convention I went to. So, everybody strap in. This is going to be a hell... I said strap in. This is going to be a hell of a convention, of a talk. Because I think more than a few things came out in all of this. So, let's get into this. And we'll get started. So, I went to a Woo this year. This is not my first time. I'll go ahead and admit it. This is my third time. My first time was kind of a what the hell moment. Had some extra money. I found out it was going on that weekend. Was working nearby. I just said, what the hell? Bought a pass. Just went and attended. I checked out a few things. Not a huge part, but I was kind of there. A little incognito. Not too crazy. Then the next year, I went a little bit more into it. That time, I still went kind of incognito. Because I basically dressed up as kind of a teenage Spike. Purple pants, Spike hoodie. I used a green wig that I bought some time ago. I was trying to make it into a circuit wig. Didn't quite work out. Sunglasses. I look like a wannabe. It was such a mess, but it worked for what it was. And then I went this year. This year, I did it properly, in my opinion, properly. Because even though this is local to me, it's still like a 45-minute drive across freeways, across county lines. And these freeways also currently have construction going on, so it is a nightmare to just go to and from. Let alone doing it when you're half awake, completely exhausted, and basically trying to enjoy a convention. So, I went into a hotel room. I did have some plans to room with people, but everything fell through, so I ended up rooming by myself. It was still rather cheap, though. Rather cheap. No problems there. And like I said, I went all in out. So after a video was posted, well, after a event went. Of course, this got recorded several times over. This is just one of them that is available. Big old fursuit parade. By the way, this video is 27 minutes long, so this gives you an idea just how big this fursuit parade was. So I went through this parade. Then I realized this video was hundreds of people were taking photos, videos. This is going to get out there, and my badge does have my name on it. So yeah. So I decided, you know what? Fine. Full disclosure. Okay, everybody, Brony Show. Hi. You know, I just realized why not. Let's try this.
Gasp!
The gasp!
The horrors.
Of course, I just say the most American way possible.
The gasp!
El gas.
The gasp! The American way, the gasp!
Are you an Arctic wolf or Arctic fox?
Hell if I know.
I
He's
would
a
go with
wolf.
wolf, mainly because this is from. Wait a second.
Yeah, this is why I say hell if I know, because this is from Spirit Halloween. Last year,
the website.
Last year, about like in August or September, when when they started Spirit Halloween, as you normally start to see it pop up. Okay, you know what, I'll just grab this one because the most of them are gone now. You can still probably find some on their website, but not a whole lot. for some weird reason I cannot explain, Spirit Halloween had fursuits for sale. To be specific, they had heads, feet, hands, and leggings. I think they may have had some tails too. What's that hanging off the ear?
Badge.
Kind of.
You got tagged.
No, I
Oh,
did that to
neat!
my...
You can get the blue spirit mask from Avatar.
Nobody wants that. I don't know if the Spirit Halloween is going to have more fursuits this year, by the way, just to throw that out there. But last year they did. It was kind of a funny thing. So I just decided, you know what? Let's go in there, take a look. They were actually relatively cheap. I think the whole fursuit thing here altogether cost like $140. Which,
That's
if you
cheaper
ever...
than most.
That's cheaper than... Yeah, that is a lot cheaper than... I mean, this is cheap. This is a cheap fursuit. I am not going to lie. But all things considered, that is still a very good bargain price for, especially for something slapdash. So I used the sweater that I still have the sweater and I still enjoy this. It's a Twilight Sparkle sweater. It's on the back. I got derpy cargo shorts. No. These are wow, what, they're not like denim.
They're jorts.
Thank you, jorts. They are cargo jorts. Derpy cargo jorts. And yes, I even made a run. It's not in this picture. I even made a run to the vendor hall right at the opening of the convention and bought a tail. I spent $60 and actually bought a decent tail to put on the back that you can't see here. You might be able to see it in this fursuit parade. I am in this parade. I will admit that wholeheartedly. I am in here somewhere. I'm not going to spend 27 minutes trying to find myself. I'll tell you that much.
No, you're easily identifiable.
I should be identifiable. I mean, I don't think I was the only one that was actually walking around in a slightly unmodded Spirit Halloween fursuit, which is also hilarious. I would have thought there would have been like 100 clones of me, but there really wasn't.
Oh, that's just a mask.
But yeah, no, fursuits are expensive. Good fursuits are ridiculously expensive. They are the things you save up for. Or you find somebody that is eager to learn how to make it and you take a gamble.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's a joke about like, oh, you got a full fursuit? Well, what do you do for a living, Mr. Programmer?
Yeah, no, yeah. Either you are rich, or you know rich, or you have rich people, or you are dumb lucky. There's very few reasons you have a really good fursuit. But if you have it, you have it, and I do not blame you. I'm hoping you've earned it, and I'm hoping you're treating it well too. But anyway,
and checking it, yeah, they do have heads this year, but aside from the cat, it's not furry. It's just.
I think I see you.
Stuff.
wait, what?
I thought I saw you.
No. I'll zip it back a couple.
Again, and look for the Twilight outfit. That is
honestly, the Twilight outfit is going to be your best bet. The dumb part about all of this is I actually had a collar that went with the whole thing. I forgot about it. In the whole convention too. It's just an LED collar that just said head empty. Because I was
wonderful.
Yeah. So yeah, I found.
Okay.
And these are some world deal
if
help.
I'm looking at everything right, apparently you were a gray fox head.
Oh, well, there you go. But,
again, I'm doing my comparisons, and
no, that sounds about right. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was just a simple fox head. I wasn't going to go elaborate. No, the funny thing was, people were just like, "Is that your ferality? What? Brain help?
persona.
Thank you.
Persona.
Ferality is actually a VR convention that does exist in the furry community.
I
I
feel
also went to
sorry
that
for the
too.
proto-gens. I feel sorry for them because they have to be stiff.
Maybe they might enjoy it. I don't know. But the thing is about it is, I was asked, so is this your persona? I'm just like, no, this is Spirit Halloween. Then
This was
basically. So basically it's just like one of those. Okay, I'm gonna have to at least dispel this rumor, or else this is going to come back to haunt me too, and I can't have that. In a way, so
Found you.
let's go ahead. I'm gonna have to go ahead and open up another Pandora's box here. God help me. I'm drinking a lot of liquor during this. I'm not going to lie. That jerk. No wonder the goddamn line froze.
More people.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, and in betweens, and all of the aboves, and assorted. I will go ahead and say it right out. I have absolutely no intention ever of leaving the Brony community in any way, shape, or form. I have tattooed myself. I'm pretty much stuck here. But I do love the community.
And it's not a cutie mark.
Yeah, I do love the community in general. I've always loved the art. I always am. I love the music. I always am. I love the animation. I always am. I love you guys except for Toa, but he's not a furry. He's a robot. He doesn't count. Or Brony. He's a robot. He still doesn't count. See, no object. I'm kidding. Even Toa I can deal with at times. However, as I have mentioned multiple times in the past, the way for any community to thrive is to allow for outside influences and to explore and learn about other cultures, ideas, thoughts, things, and opinions. Because you can bring in new ideas, new inspirations, and new things to revitalize and maybe even make things better for any and all communities. And the Brony community, and in all honesty, let's face a harsh truth. Bronies are basically kind of an offshoot of furries. In a way.
They are. It's just be real, they are.
Let's be absolute.
There's no denying it.
Look, I know we don't like to associate with some people don't like to associate themselves with furries because there are bad stories, there are some bad people that do some really stupid things. We could say the same for Bronies too. I've heard plenty.
Yes. About the Bronies.
You can say that for any community. But the thing is you got to ignore the bad apples because there's a lot of good people. A lot more good people. So many more good people. I feel like I'm justifying something here.
Just the bad stories get more publicity.
They do. The bad stories make news and they spread like wildfire because everybody loves drama. You never hear the story about the person that climbed up a tree to save a cat. You hear the story about the person that decided to set a house on fire. Let's face it.
No, you hear the story about the person that threw the cat up there.
Yep.
Or that. That true. That true. But the thing is, so as and also with the fact that there's barely any kind of a Brony community here in Utah anymore anyway. And I do love going to the Brony conventions. Sometimes it's nice to go to something local that you could just relax at. Anyway, long story short, too late. I have been working on a persona for some time. It is still technically in the workshop, but at least I think I got cemented down at least what I want it to be. So, I guess today is going to be the day that I officially unveil the Circuit main first Sona to be with his pony Sona. Because they are still one and the same, because they're me.
I see the circuit now. There he is.
You know what? The timing is beautiful. I don't think I could have timed that any better. I never could have. But yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's get that over there. Yeah, so you can barely see the tail now. You can see right there.
No, I see it. It looks lovely, circuit.
All right. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna just drink the last of my beer here.
Perfect.
Cool.
At this point,
okay.
See yourself on a video. Gotta chug.
Nope. Yeah.
Hey, the drinking game at its finest, everybody.
I would say at this point, we as just like people who are fans of stuff, we're just freaking shapeshifters. We change our shape to fit whatever we feel represents us.
In a way, yeah. I guess I could gotta put it like that. Those shapeshifters may not.
In
be
a
the
way,
first.
we're all changelings.
That's why I didn't want to bring up shapeshifters.
Again, changelings are but one.
All right, you know what? No.
Ridiculous.
We're okay. Let me just okay. Band-Aid rip-off time. So this is
God damn adorable.
this is the fursona, or at least the general base fursona of Circuit Main, the furry,
The floof dragon.
a floof dragon. To be more specific,
Arbuckle?
what?
What?
No, never mind.
You know, no, I'm not gonna lie. I did not see that one coming, though. Granted, I do run around as one VR chap up, but because you can't literally find this anywhere. It's a fluff dragon, but that's not the exact name. Now, this is based. There are two things that I basically set myself up for in regards to this particular persona. The first thing is I wanted to base an anthro version of a mana dragon.
Oh.
AKA, for people that don't know, why does that dragon have Sora's haircut?
No! My God, no! Why did you? No! No! This is before Sora even was born. Sora was
I understand that.
sperm.
I'm being silly.
I am not going to I will not allow you to Kingdom Hearts.
That doesn't
this
even
thing.
resemble Sora's hair.
I'm not gonna allow you to Kingdom Hearts this thing, you bastard. And yes, I will stand by that angry outburst.
I am not denying it. Am I saying you are wrong to be mad about it?
This is a mana dragon. This
Yeah.
is called Flammy. This is a
Flammy
character
is a good
off of Secret of Mana from Super Nintendo.
I think that's the remake design, but
No,
you know,
it is not the remake design. This is an original art piece. Welcome to art. It can look good in the 90s.
I remember you were talking about this like months ago.
Yeah,
Like,
I did allude
Speaking
and
of
talk to.
Persona.
I did allude and talk about it. It has been on my mind. I just never really stamped it down until more recently. Mostly because I was also hoping to get some more actual reference images and things like that. Because the other thing that I put in, not only I put in Mana Dragon, when I say put it in, I meant I talked to an artist. This was all artistically done, I hope.
Yeah.
But I put Mana Dragon and admittedly to my age and physical stature, dad bod.
no, that's fair.
So, you know, tubby but muscled. At least definedly muscled. And this is essentially the first one that I got that I can show. That is gives an idea of where I am going with this particular persona. If he gets a suit, CMC,
Thank you, creature.
you are not wrong, and I am not. You are not wrong, and there is every possibility I might end up doing that at some point. But God help me, I am going to have to save up a load of money for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there we have it. There is our, I guess, the Mana Dragon in the room. And yeah, those rooms are bulky as hell.
Welcome to being the fun, weird creatures with me.
Yeah, thank you, creature. We love you.
Granted, I am going. Some of these people already. If you're aware of the con chat, you're already aware of this because I decided to let the elephant out a couple of days ago. Finally, this is just me actually putting it out on public display. By the way, the Brony show is over now. I'm gonna have to go into hiding.
No,
I'm kidding.
no,
I'm
get
kidding.
back
I'm
here.
kidding. Jeez.
After 15 years, this is the day I retire.
You know what? That wouldn't sound too bad if you think about it. 15 years, I'll retire. It's like, okay, yeah, well earned. But the thing about all of this, and I am not gonna lie, I have been running. Oh, thank you, DQ. Thank you, Draconicus. That DM.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've been racking my brain on this one because I didn't want to just go like another. Well, how many wolves are out there, and it doesn't really feel like it would fit me anyway. You know. Hey, I'm wolf number 5,462, except my streak is purple. No, it's like what? Anyway, sorry.
So, second, do you want to know the fact that I could probably do a kit bash of a cosplay of this for under $100, but not, have it fully done under 100.
Toa, I want to know why you think telling me that you're going to get to model me a 3D printed skeletal structure and then post this guy's profile as was a good idea.
Just because that image is hilarious and how he does, but if you look on the actual...
Dude, the image is hilarious, but when you are promoting 3D assets to be printed for physical objects, that is not the image you want to put up.
It's not my fault they freaking marketed it wrong. If you scroll down, he actually has some pretty decent shies.
Dude, no. I cannot trust that. I showed that to so many people, and every one of them looked at it, and they started cracking up. Because it's a hard thing to wrap your brain around.
Well, you actually just scroll down and look at the actual images.
I think Creature actually said it best. The cracked fox's sober cousin. This is a fox that looks like he has seen some shit and he is stuck in there. My God, man.
Fair enough. But
look, I get it. Yeah, he's got some awesome thing. I couldn't tell you if this actually works. Actually, half of it I'm not sure would work. I mean, how in the world would a bear design work? But look. Well, I barely even got the general concept down, and you're throwing out 3D prints of freaking fursuits at me. That's a carpet for the horse situation. You're not even a carpet for the horse. You're trying to throw me a spare axle when I'm on the Oregon Trail. Priorities, man.
The
face you make when you get the product. Okay, I do like that. The face you make when you get the product. Okay, we're done here. Okay, we're done here. I'm getting out of it. I mean, I don't know what that is. I don't. Anyway.
Is that a goblin?
Also, I found a schematic for wings that would be flappable.
Anyway, that is so far into the future. I don't even want to imagine that. So we're gonna just ignore all of that. Instead, we're gonna go ahead. First, I'm gonna post off the swag here. Now, this is a swag I am able to show because the rest of it is just art references.
Yes, only art references.
Yes, it's only art references. They're just art books. It doesn't matter. There's just... Look, like I said, furry artists are really, really good, and I am still working on my art. I got some art reference material while I was there.
We all need good anatomy reference because
it's just art. Why are you? I'm gonna mute Toa just because I swear you are twisting things in a way I am trying really hard not to allow people to twist. Stop that. Just say yes and move on. Anyway, so yeah, I got some books, I got some poster prints. They actually had the voice actor for Reed Schwarzer there. That was really awesome. I got the print of that. You can see that there. And okay, no, this thing right here. This thing is I did not expect to get. I literally pulled out my credit card on this one. This is a coffee cup dripper from Japan. Now, this is one that you actually put on top of a coffee cup. You put your grounds in it, and then you do a slow swirl of coffee. Now, these things exist. They have existed for a while. And they're usually just this nice little porcelain or glass cup that you just put on the top. You put your filter in and pour in the coffee, same as you do. Simplest stuff. This one is basically a basket of leaf-looking things that when you put them together, it looks like flames. Holding
Cole
up.
would probably be interested in that.
Oh, he would probably lose his mind. I wish I could have gotten a good picture of it. But the filters I have do kind of work, but they don't look very good. They don't work well. And I want to get the proper filters that fit this properly so I can give it a good pour and show it off. And then from there, I will show it. I will get a picture of it and really show it off. But this thing looks amazing. You wouldn't think you could use it to make a cup of coffee, a slow pour cup of coffee, but it works and it looks amazing. It sold me immediately. I had to buy it, so I did. I bought it. I also bought.
And my friends would be two friends in particular would be jealous of that poster if I got my hands on one of those.
Which one?
On the top right, the
oh yeah, no, Schwarzer. Yeah, no, that was such an amazing find. You never can find stuff from Legend of Heroes, let alone the freaking voice actor being there. And he actually voiced Navarre from Shin Megami Tensei 4, which if he had a poster of that, I would have gone immediately for that. Even though it's Navarre, which in the first game he's just an annoying antagonist that dies in the first chapter, but in the expansion game he does a lot more. But still, freaking Shin Megami Tensei voice actor, that is amazing. This guy.
Yep.
No, actually, here's a funny thing. I'm drooling over him for being Vin Schwarzer. Do you know who this guy is?
It's ogre time.
No. It's Kinger.
Oh, I thought you were trying to I thought you were trying to reference from the
Sean
game.
does this.
No, I'm talking about the voice actor. This is the same voice actor as Kinger.
Oh, okay. All
Yes.
right. Now I understand.
No,
yeah.
I'm like, that man has freaking range. Also, I agree with CMC. I love the undiagnosed insanity.
The undiagnosed. There is no. Oh yeah, no. Actually, it's even better.
Yeah, I misheard a word because of the old headphones I'm using. I'm gonna pick up a new pair because this pair is starting to go on me.
Yeah.
It's been played with by the cats too much.
Insanity undiagnosed. Yeah. My AI can never replace. I don't think AI could replace me with the way my brain.
You have a lot of good stickers here with the fuck AI.
Absolutely. I usually try to buy stickers more up my alley, or if I find them on a table. Some of these are table finds. I'll just tell you that right off. But I do love the screw AI and just this general silliness. So I did buy those stickers legitimately. But I am really excited to get this sucker up and going for Everfree as well. A freaking
animated gift badge.
A badge that just has a bunch of different. You can put a bunch of different animated images on it or GIFs on it, anything you want. And yeah, you could just clip it onto your lanyard. So that thing is going to be so much fun. By the way, yeah, no, Coldust will also love that sucker right here. Freaking, it's a giant derpy keychain, which actually holds other keychains.
Wait,
what?
So you're telling me that is the keychain keeper of all the keychains?
Pretty much, yeah. That thing is bigger than my hand.
And I've seen his hands. He has good sized hands.
Don't phrase it like that, my God! Oh my God, Toa, I know you're trying to be a hype man, but you are killing me in ways I cannot describe. I'm gonna move on. By the way, yeah, Felicia was a high school crush situation. I mean, yeah.
I mean, come on, with how they drew her and those things, I'm not surprised.
Just say drew her. Stop saying those things. Oh.
God, you're making it worse.
You were making everything so much worse, and I do not know how you keep doing that. You know what? Anyway, if you want to check out the rest of the merch, please feel free to check it out there.
Oh, the Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club.
Yeah, I was about to say that's become a new meeting.
Is that it? Okay, thank you, Deathfly, for posting the time frame. Oh my God. Okay, I did have some other pictures, but I didn't get them posted here. I think I'm trying to disseminate which ones I should filter out. I don't know why I didn't post a video here. Oh, you know what? I think I can still grab it from another Discord group here. But there was a lot of craziness that I did manage to get a few shots and things of here. I think I can, let's see, is it in this? Yeah, yeah, there was some wildness in regards to this convention. Oh, okay, fine, we'll do it your way. I am gonna have to go through my freaking. Oh,
It's gonna fight you.
yeah, it's gonna fight me every step of the freaking way, which it shouldn't be because I think would be eager to show this stupidness.
No.
I mean, in all honesty.
I see the Loraxes are back. And I see your furry hair, old diver.
Yeah, the things you see at 11 p.m. at a convention,
Yep.
and creature is yeah, creatures creatures apparently knows more than I do. I just stumbled across this thing.
No. Oh no. I just had a worse thought. These are 3 orange Jamie Heinemans.
No, stop that! Oh my god!
Why did that same thought come into my mind just when he said those words?
Because he said those words and he planted that image.
No,
Why?
before he said those words, I meant to say.
I'd rather he never said it. I'd rather he never said it. However, it did not stop us from finding out about that. Okay, sorry. By the way, that's one of the singers of Pause and Effect, which is a parody band. I'm aware of him. We actually saw him go into an elevator, and the Lorax just followed right behind him. This was the next day, I might add.
Oh, sorry, my friend.
Also, I was part of an interesting room party. They filled up a giant glass boot with beer. I ended up...
That's not that surprising for me.
I ended up downing the end of it. Wiping it out. I think it was just like a fourth of the boot.
Chug.
Literally, yes. Fourth of the boot left. Anyway, yeah, I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time, but I exhausted myself. Okay, voice chat. Oh god. Where are we going with this?
Second.
I'm going. I literally am going.
No. I'm saying, if that's the right boot, that was 2 liters, and it was only $30.
I mean, they literally cracked open 5 cans to fill the thing, so you might not be wrong.
Heel turn.
All right.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Beginning. The pigeon! Redheads, you have till 3 p.m. tomorrow, lest you be executed! I'm not even
Damn, I guess I'm getting executed.
I'm joking!
What?
What is... I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. This is why I don't watch shorts anymore. Oh my god. Although
We're old. We don't get it.
I mean, I get that the Lorax itself is basically a meme. I mean, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the Trisans for some reason. They're speaking Vietnamese. I get that joke. I get a lot of the Lorax jokes, which, you know, considering what they did to the animated movie, I'm not too surprised that it ends up being a butt of a stupid-ass joke.
And now they're making another Cat in the Hat movie.
I'm not getting into that
No, this
one.
one's fully animated.
I'm still not getting into that. Still not getting into that one.
I still don't have hope.
Anyway, check it out if you're really curious. I don't think my brain can handle any more of this for too much longer. Anyway, it was a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun. I ended up, I am not kidding on this one, and this is actually a proud moment for me in a weird way. During one of the friends I was there to support as well, they were doing a rave, or they were the DJ for one of the raves on Friday night. It was the last act, so it was at midnight, I believe, till 1. And not only, this was on Friday, and I had to work at 6 in the morning. And also, I did not sleep well the night before. So, I'm already exhausted. Very exhausted. But I still stuck in there to give him support. I ended up kicking around a glow stick ball. A literal ball which was made out of glow sticks that were strapped together, and you just kind of kick around like a mini soccer ball, and bouncing a balloon for 45 straight minutes, non-stop, very actively, and I kept up with a bunch of kids. And fuck yeah. Let's see your parents do that. No, seriously, I'm actually really proud of myself and my accomplishments in my physical health and being able to regain, not even just regain, but be a better person to myself than I have been in the past, and seeing the results in the most weird way I can possibly imagine. But I'm still happy for myself on that. So I just wanted to give that shout out there. Though granted, after about 3 days of that and not sleeping very well, because I don't know if I either put myself on a weird schedule or those mattresses were terrible, but 6 hours was not happening. I think I was getting 5 a night at best, and it was somewhat interrupted. I was about ready to die by Sunday evening. So it's no wonder I passed out in the night. Even after 8 hours of sleep, I still needed a nap after work, which is why we're here, and I'm stalling for time, I swear. Actually, God, I have been stalling for time, haven't I? I haven't even realized that. Anyway, convention talk pretty much over. That was my Anthro week, my AWOO Anthro week in Utah. Had an absolute fun time. I am gonna go again. The groups that I was with, I'll say it's the BlepCon group. They call it, they're the BlepCon group, but the funny thing is they're actually, it's the Discord group for BronyCon. The official BronyCon Discord server that after BronyCon was disbanded and shut down, they actually slowly converted it into a little bit into also furry centered, and I just happened to still be on there and just stuck around during it. So yeah, that's where BlepCon came from, which is kind of funny if you think about it. So a lot of them already knew the Brony, had a lot of Brony references and Brony history. Just kind of funny if you think about it. Anyway, I've obviously went on a massive tangent. If you have any other questions, please feel free to post them in the Discord or message me directly. We're going to go ahead and finally move on here to the news, or our best simile of it, because I am literally going to be going through Equestria Daily and cobbling together news as we go. Now, for fairness, usually I get this done on Sunday. So I am going to skip over the most recent things, which really is just apparently Rarity and Spike voice acting flirting with each other, which we would have not been able to really show that too much anyway.
Oh my.
Instead, we're going to go ahead and just go through here. Let's see, comics. Let's see. No. A lot of music and animations here. I love it, but there's no news. Actually, it'd be really funny if there wasn't any news at all and we just end up going right into everything else.
Well, I mean, we just had San Diego Comic-Con. A lot of news was...
Why do you think I'm surprised that there hasn't been any news? We just had San Diego Comic-Con. There we go. Here we go. We got something here. So, Caillou has also posted more promo images of their next set. This one, unfortunately, there's just a short amount, but just some art images of their Caillou cards. It looks like these are full art cards, so they're probably going to be a little bit more in the rarity specter. But they look really good.
Fabulous.
Absolutely. Okay. And I am literally adding this into the show notes here as we go. So there's going to be a small pause between things. By the way, in a few days it's book course day, so get your books ready. Okay. This one I think qualifies here. So, Dawn of Harmony, we mentioned last week that they, unfortunately, due to copyright issues, they had to switch over from ponies to deers. But now they are still setting things up, and they have shown the next deer. This, of course, is Saren. So, yep, you get to see the next deer, Prince Saren. Serene. Oh, it's... Oh, nice. They got a pronunciation guide. Serene? Or Surain? But yeah, I get a little bit of a sneak peek there. Love that. Okay, and while that's going on, we also met... Well, let's go ahead and throw another Caillou in here. 2 more cards from Caillou. It looks like they're at least in similar vein as the Rainbow Dash and Rarity we just saw. We got Pinkie Pie and Applejack. Seriously, this is so frustrating because the art has always been so amazing, and we could have had this. We could have easily had this, but
These days, Hasbro are just all over the place.
It's not just Hasbro; it's the contractors under Hasbro, the people that buy the licenses, and then they just cheap out, and I hate it.
That too.
All right, but speaking of cheaping out, here's somebody that actually... This is one of the few things that I hate AI. I hate AI so much. I especially hate creative or attempted generative. I hate generative AI, to be specific, to be absolutely blunt about all of it. That's the worst. But I do admire when people take something stupid like that and they do something amazing with it. Schuzer, who is a great modeler, has been taking a lot of the stupid AI images that have been popping up there. You know, figures that look like they could exist, but they really don't, and that's what really sucks the most. He actually is making awesome figures.
And I would go with sculptor rather than modeler, simply because...
Sculptor is probably the better term for that.
Yeah, it fits more with how he makes these.
Yeah, but he does use modeling clay or sculpting clay. Both, really. A little bit of column A and B.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, again, honestly, if you're gonna deal with AI, it's even better when you can make something amazing out of it and say that, yeah, I made the real thing. Let's see AI do that, because they won't. It's not going to. It probably even forgot it made it right afterwards. So yeah. So yeah, that is awesome. I absolutely love that figure. Alright, and let's see. Alright, and this is one we're going to throw out here in case anybody is curious. A full recording of the San Diego Comic-Con 2026 MLP panel has been released. Granted, this is not a official recording, or if it is, it's probably the most unofficial recording I've ever seen in my life. It looks like just somebody in the back with a camera, because it probably was just somebody in the back with a camera. But you can still get a general idea of what was talked about. Maybe enjoy the panel from the perspective of a perspection, or that. So, yeah. That's pretty cool if you really wanted to get a look at the pony panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Okay, we did mention this, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a second mention because this is important. Now, we did mention last week that Kofiri, the artist, had unfortunately passed away after a flood, which took the house that they lived in. I don't know if they were in the house at the same time or ultimately what has happened, but we do know that unfortunately their life was taken away due to the storm that passed through. And yeah, and it sucks. I'm not gonna, I can't sugarcoat it. It's terrible. It sucks. It really does, because it just unexpected, out of nowhere, and just, sudden. And sudden is always a frustrating, angry, stupid thing that can always happen, because it does remind you. I think it is a good reminder to all of us out there that it's good to try to live each day as full and as much as you can. Because I know we don't like to think about it, or maybe we never think about it, because we get caught up in everything that's going on. The next TV show, the friends that we want to play with, having to go to work the next day. We get caught up in the day-to-day that we never think about the fact that we could literally just suddenly nothing. I mean, I'm sure if you are religious, that you may wake up at the pearly gates, or maybe you'll wake up like me in the middle of hell. I'm pretty sure I'm going there. I don't care, but you don't know what will come next, or even what could happen next. So living each day as much as you can to the best of your ability is important, and it's always going to be important. And it's terrible when you have to have reminders like this sometimes, where you're reminded because unfortunately somebody else just experienced an end. And that honestly is completely unfair.
The saying's true. Live every day like it is your last, but don't live it frivolously. Live it with meaning.
Yeah.
Because, in all honesty, I have been riding my bike to work, and I've had my eyes shut. I am thankful that I'm at least aware enough to be, listening and making sure a step doesn't hit, but I know if I'm not careful, I can hit myself. And I don't want to ever look back and somehow know that you guys found out that I left this world just suddenly. Because you never know what happens.
In any case, sorry to bring. I'm not gonna lie, there's something funny about going from freaking Lorax's dancing around to in a freaking table room to talking about the finale, the limited run of life.
I'm sorry, that's life right there. That is.
It really is. It
Frail-
really is.
Frailtivity is, I think, was the word you were saying, you're looking for. Yeah, fertility.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, it's one of those things of life is not just the happy-go-lucky parts; it's also the sad parts.
Anyway, just wanted to make mention of that one more time here. Sure to there's a link to the Discord. Sure to check out that art, their awesome art. Maybe leave a message if you can, if you want to. And just might be just take a time to yourself to remind yourself. We may have tens, hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of days ahead of us. There could be a point where we may live till we're 200. But there's still a finite amount of time, no matter what happens. So do the best you can with all of it, and enjoy life as much as you can.
Yeah.
And be sure to take care of yourself too. And let's go ahead and we're gonna move on here. Let's see, is there any? Well, I guess if we're gonna talk about an amazing artist, let's go and talk about some amazing art. Here's the other, some more of the Caillou cards. I mean,
Very nice stuff.
it really is. It's just, this is just, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I am annoyed that we couldn't get anything like this in the Americas. It really does feel sometimes like we're phoning it all in because we're trying so hard just to capitalize on things immediately instead of just doing the absolute best we can with what we've been given or what we have available. But I am glad that there's somebody out there, even if it's just another business, that at least is trying to put in some effort to make it amazing looking. Even if they're just trying to sell cards, they're at least making them look good instead of just trying to make it as quickly and easy as possible. It's a different mindset that I absolutely appreciate more.
Yeah, that's why I'm liking the East more and more these days.
I just like good competition and good, honest. Well, not honest. I like it when they're actually putting in effort to try to appeal to the customers instead of just shrugging their shoulders and just like, we're the only game in town or whatever. Just throw something out there and they'll eat it up anyway. There's effort. There's effort. You know, whether it's honest effort, like they're like, we want to make the best art because we think of it, or we want to make the best art so people will buy our cards. I like that a lot more than just we're gonna slap some pony on there and somebody's going to buy it anyway because we just slapped it on there and it's cheap and easy. It's like, no. There's a difference in mindset in a way, and I absolutely love it. Maybe if we're lucky, it will start to rub off. I think the beer is starting to come into play there a little bit.
Oh no, the Tall virus has spread.
Anyway, Kazakai, I don't think anybody can change that because technically, yeah, unless somebody gets the account information. I think at the same time, it's kind of one of those. I don't know if people want to report it either because they might shut down the page, and that would just be terrible altogether. It's kind of a weird situation, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, I'm glad that we at least have it. We can at least see it's 10 years to it's 10 years later than it should have been, but I'm glad we have it, so we can at least enjoy it now. Because
Indeed.
I
Better late than never.
Yeah, better late than never, and I am absolutely in love with that. yeah. Okay, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and go on to our fan submissions and suggestions. And that is going to have our challenge of the week. Now, of course, our challenge of the week by random wheel prompt by all of you was, why didn't you tell me? But we also had a protest initiative challenge. Did Coldust happen to start worming his way down here? Or should I say training his way down here? Gotta make sure we get
He
his
might
train of
still be
thought.
at the other station. Let's see if he's on
Brains,
the line.
feather, maple syrup.
Hey, he could be having the salad, so let's give him a moment.
Mayonnaise? How could it be having a salad for an hour and a half? I mean, I would like to know if that's the case, but Coldust, have you been eating an hour and
Hi.
a half salad?
So when it came salad situation, so I got up to go and make salad, and I was like, I should load the dishwasher. I loaded the dishwasher. I started the dishes. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I was gonna have salad. So I made salad, and then I ate the salad. And I stopped for a moment, partway through the salad, and I got distracted by the internet, and I ate more salad because that's just kind of the way I am. I'm very easily distracted by the
feel that.
internet.
I guess that is the nature of the internet.
I will say it tasted great,
Mhm.
and the very end bit where I let it sit for a little while was fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, Coldust, our challenge of the week was, why didn't you tell me? But we also had a protest initiative challenge.
That's correct, Circuit. And our protest initiative challenge this week was something worth doing, probably. Oh, right, it was chest.
And
This ambiguous chest.
And I'm going to have to apologize immediately off the bat on my end. Normally, when I do these art challenges, I try to do them on Monday, the same Monday that we are going to have the show, because I don't plan ahead. But unfortunately, during the previous week, I was getting myself ready for the convention to the point I was actually working overtime at my job multiple days. And then at the convention, you saw and heard the stories. I kind of threw myself into point exhaustion. I didn't even get a chance to do anything outside of maybe playing a game for 45 minutes at the tops. I did not do anything else. I was busy running around and doing all sorts of other shenanigans. So,
Circuit, you don't have to apologize to me. I haven't drawn anything aside from scribbles on cardboard for the past several months. I am doing terrible.
I'm kind of apologizing to both our audience and to myself, because I do try my best to keep up with the prompts and try to challenge myself with them, and I forgot altogether with everything. So kind of an ADHD, but also with a lot of things to grab my attention. And also the fact that I was completely dog-tired today, which did not help. I actually completely spaced it. So, I do not have anything for our challenge to show off our creative showcase. But it does not mean that we are without. So, we're going to show off Toa, who did manage to throw one together.
Hey, Toa, look at that. You got a chest. It's got a tongue.
Mimic.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just a
running
normal
away.
chest with a
Like,
tongue.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, at least it's not free-running me.
Yet.
Now, here's
No,
the thing.
I'm sorry. I will draw many of things. Boy is not one of them.
I mean,
Not getting into that one. Move on. But
anyway, sometimes you just gotta store your giant tongue somewhere.
yeah, to Toa's absolute credit, it looks like he went completely paint mode on this.
Yeah, I decided to just break out GIMP and say, you know what? I have time.
Also, there's gotta be at least 3 chests in here, if you include Circuit and Toa. There we go.
Da 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 da.
Pop.
Actually, speaking of chat, I know, bad segue, but it works. Speaking of chest, when I was talking to some of the booth artists that when I was over at the furry convention, one of them actually gave me a really good idea about doing shoulders. He gave me the egg and a Pringle approach, which is going to be hard to describe without actually having an artistic a program or a drawing paper or anything to actually draw to show. But essentially, you would draw the chest as an egg, or you get that round egg thing so for the chest area, and then on top of that egg, you would put a Pringle chip. Where you would have basically the shoulders of the person kind of splayed out a little bit, like the up parts of the Pringle chip. So the down part of the chest would swoop down. I think the way I was able to interpret it in my brain in a better way I could describe, I immediately thought of Saiyan armor with the way he was showing the Pringle chip and the chest area. Just not as wide, though, of course.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting idea that I'm going to start trying to incorporate in my sketchings throughout the week. But I absolutely love that idea. And since you keep mentioning chest, it just suddenly came to mind there. So I wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, yeah, chess. But we also do have another one. Toa was able to throw in another piece of art, though we were already wrapping up the show last week for it. So he did throw in the previous week's prompt, which in this case, for a friend, and I think it was like iDrive.
Yeah. Basically, as you can tell, I actually did have the road go different directions.
Oh, they're actually on arcade consoles or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or computer monitors.
Well, it was a stylization since iDrive is a literal computer sim. And I was like, I'm not going to try and go like realistic.
I get that.
I'm going with like the old Rally Racer or, Daytona 500.
Yeah. Admittedly, it's a little difficult to tell right off the bat there. I guess the only thing I could think of is maybe either if you could have found a way to differentiate the windows, like you had trees going by, or make it so the monitors looked a little bit more like computer monitors, maybe with stands on the corners or something like that. But those are just small nitpicks. I did get the general idea, and I see where you're going with it. Which, yeah, it works. It does remind me of like a bunch of people sitting in front of computer monitors driving cars on similar tracks.
Originally wanted to put like an actual car, but once I saw it, because this was done in paint with layers, so I basically went, no, it's not going to be seen, so why should I put the effort into it?
Fair enough. Well, I mean, you think it's seen, so you're not right. But I get the point.
Yeah.
All right. Also, we did get posted a little bit around the same time, but we didn't have time to get to it. But we also got the video link of the Pony Beam Pride Parade, of which Rainstorm got a few ponies added to that. So, yeah.
Bring forth the pride parade. Oh, they actually have a parade float.
They got a little chat going on there at the same time in the background.
Oh, they even have cars.
Anyway, everybody, while this is going, we're getting to the videos right after this. I promise, Sonic. The videos are right after this.
I mean, technically, this counts as a video.
It does, but, yeah. Yeah, this was part of the creative showcasing. This is absolutely creative showcasing.
I love the ones waving their heads back
But
and
that's
forth.
really
They look like they're trying to tear something apart.
Yeah, that is awesome. Oh, sub sandwich. Honestly though, I do like that how much more varied this got, which makes me afraid for next year. If this got this varied, what is next year gonna be like? This is still amazing though. Absolutely. I hope they do it again next year.
Wow, they're up in the game every year.
Well, it's only been 2 years, but yeah, so far they've upped it twice, so
I believe that's cake. No, that's cake. So what is that, pancake?
Oh, you even got the little love bug carrying a few there.
Wagon!
Awesome.
Fun.
That is awesome. Absolutely love that. That was worth
Horrible.
it. All right, so let's go ahead and get our last thing in so we can get to the videos because our audience is getting anxious. And I'm scared of an anxious audience because it means they can get violent or mean. They can call me words and names like furry. They can call me a furry. And they have every right to now.
Are you sure it's not that they would compliment you just one way you go, no, I'm leaving, nope, get shows over it,
Nah, we can't do that. I mean, it would be nice to get a little extra sleep tonight, I'm not gonna lie, but I can't do that. No. Alright, so enough of the shenanigans and random comments. So, we got the picker wheel up. If you already know what that means, you already know what you're doing. If you don't, just so everybody knows, this is our random wheel of fate and chance. This is for everybody. Everybody gets a chance to put in a prompt for creative creations. We will go ahead and put every single prompt in there that we receive. Just remember that once you get a prompt in there, it is done. You cannot change it, alter it, create it, or even correct it. If you misspell it, that's on you. But we will give everybody a chance to get a prompt in there. Everybody gets a chance to get one in there. Everything will be accepted. It does not have to be... Well, we try to keep it pony related, but it doesn't have to be focused on pony. I forgot to mention the hotel room. But I'll get to that in a second while I'm getting these prompts in. But yeah, we'll put them all into the window here. We're going to put them all into the big old wheel here. We randomize the wheel. So everything gets shuffled up. And then we will spin the wheel. There is no way to game the wheel, get yourself into a place you shouldn't. I did not delete that I did not get that entered. Let's do that. There we go. But yes, we will make sure everybody gets a proper prompt, a proper chance, a proper randomization, because we want this to be completely random, completely RNG. While I'm at it, at the con, when I was at the hotel, sucked because I could not get the Cartoon Network, which is a weird thing. It's a weird thing to complain about. But for the longest time when I went to conventions, I would always put it on to the Cartoon Network, or at least 90% of the time Cartoon Network, just so I could have the random stupid shows and the Adult Swim when I'm there at night and I'm just trying to veg out because it's fun. But no, for some weird reason, and I do not know if this is just indicative of this particular hotel or if this is a bad precedent, and I'm going to have to start getting myself a jellyfin that I can connect to with a freaking Raspberry Pi. It was replaced with ESPN2. So all
horrors.
All I had to rely on was the Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. And Nickelodeon is basically, it's not even a SpongeBob network anymore. It's a SpongeBob network and random DreamWorks movies, which happen to also be SpongeBob some of the times.
Oh.
You see, this is why I like HLN.
No.
But then again, I am crazy like that.
Oh, you make a NAS using a Lenovo ThinkStation. Definitely a possibility. Okay. I might have to talk to Creature about that, especially if it ends up being a common occurrence at this rate. But, in any case, I ended up watching Disney Channel for most of the time when I was in the room. because that was the only one that actually had. I mean, the worst part was it wasn't even just that there was no Cartoon Network. There were no cartoons on any of the channels. There was no American Dad. There was no Family Guy. There was no Futurama. It was all just random drama and sports and politics, and it sucked. It all sucked. So I ended up on the Disney Channel, where you had Phineas and Ferb, which was nice because I got to see some of the new series of it that is only on streaming. Well, not only on streaming, but yeah, I haven't seen any of it. I got to see Bluey, which was nice. And yes, there was even some episodes of Miraculous Ladybug, and I think it was a new season too, so I got to catch a little bit of that. But that was just, it's kind of one of those weird, this feels wrong, and I don't know if it's something I need to be prepared for in the future, or if this was just a one-off. And then we're going to shuffle and spin.
Ah, we doing pirates, eh?
It be draw like a pirate week this week. So, you land lovers, we're going to, next chick's challenge is going to be pirate ponies, don't you know? Don't you know? Anyway, pirate ponies.
That is really funny, given what last week's prompt was for the Protest Initiative Challenge.
True, the
Yes!
chest. Hey, you can combine, if you missed last week's, combine them together. Pirate ponies, chest, and even, why didn't you tell me? But we do have a Protest Challenge that might make things interesting.
How about the booty?
So the Protest
That's always
Initiative
a nice-
Challenge this week is chess.
We're
Chess.
doing a repeat?
No, chess.
No, not a repeat. Chess.
Yes.
Oh, you had the S. Got it. Multiple.
Yeah. Got chess.
No, not chests.
I said
Chess.
the with the pieces, with the chess pieces. The
Yeah,
knight
exactly.
the
The
bishop.
pieces.
And the king.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chess.
Yeah, you know, with the like the king and the queen, the little castle guy,
Yeah.
Rook, bishop,
All that fun stuff.
knight.
yeah, them. You got some pawns in there. Delicious pawns.
Yeah.
So full of water.